All right, mate. I was just getting dinner there when I replied to you. I don't really like 10x leverage. Of course, if you're using it in small money and you're willing to lose that money, then no problem. But I usually tell people it's safer not to use 10x leverage. It is high leverage. Can this drop 10% in no time at all? It possibly could. If Bitcoin rolls over again, this might drop, and if this drops to take out that recent move and stop on these lows, you get liquidated. But if you're willing to take that risk, then by all means, I bought myself today on spot because I am accumulating DODO. Now I had a bad buy here, somewhere there, and now I've bought here. But I'm willing to add down here, and if it did dip lower, I'm willing to add lower and eventually get my average, down here somewhere, depending on what the market gives. Because I do believe longer term, I believe that can I make good money off this? I believe I can on spot. But this is an interesting place. If you would have said to me on 5x leverage, well, I would have been more inclined to agree a little bit, because 5x is obviously safer. Like for me, your stop loss would need to go below this candle right here, because as you can see in the previous example here, if you're going to create a decent candle, and if it is going to be in an uptrend, well then you're going to get candle over candle higher. Here's another example. You're going to get candle over candle over candle higher. So if you want to take this trade, you need to. Well, not that you need to, but if I was taking this trade, I would put my stop loss below this candle, because in theory, if this is going to be strong and we are going to recover, then this candle should hold. Now that is. See the problem there. That is 10%. You will get liquidated to be able to safely put your stop in this position. You might as well not use a stop loss, if you're going to do 10x. No, that's not what I'm advising. I'm just saying, you're if you're on 10x, you'll get stopped out. You'll get liquidated probably at about 7 or 8% down here. You probably get liquidated. I would say down maybe down there somewhere. It'll not even get to the lows of this candle. So I'm not a fan of 10x. If you were to say 5x or 3x, I like that a lot better. But a stop loss for me would go below this candle. But that is about roughly an 8% drop, 8 to 10% drop. In my opinion, that it'll probably need a whitish stop. You could have a less of a stop, to be honest. You definitely could have a 5% stop, and it is a little bit more limiting in case we do get a wick down. Now if we zoom out here, the reason why I'm saying this is because it is down 95%. Coins that are down 95% often take quite a while to recover. I don't expect huge moves in DODO anytime soon. This can be a process. Like, it's okay saying that this bounced when this was up here, but that was only down. There's a big difference between being down 90% and being down 95%. Now, if I take this and drop this down, you can see that's still a 55% drop. From there, there's a large difference between 90% and 95% drop. So what I mentioned to you earlier is, well, I don't like that. I don't like the 10x, but it needs to have a failed move to go higher. It's had a bearish monthly engulfing candle and a bearish stop hunt. Now what was I talking about? Well, this is a bearish candle right here. Kind of implies that price will want to go lower. Okay, so I added small to my position in the off chance that this can negate that and push higher. It is into a double bottom. Because I'm accumulating, I don't mind adding and taking a little bit of risk on it. But the chart itself is actually saying that there is a chance that this can go lower again. Okay, so I know that group, whoever that was, Crypto Hedger, is shilling DODO, and maybe he'd be right. But at this point in time, as you can see, this had a failed move. It tried to pop up above these highs, stop on it, and now rejecting and coming down. Quite often when this happens, you can go lower again. So I do not like to advocate having a 10x, even though, you know, I bought some today, but accumulating a bit on spot is totally different on a coin that is down 95%. So I just can't advocate the 10x. In my opinion, it's not my style. It's very risky in my opinion. Can this bounce back up and finish strong on the month? It is possible. It is definitely possible, because we just created a higher low here. If this candle was to bounce back up in the next 16 days, right, 16 days left in the month, if this is to bounce back up very strong here, well maybe then your 10x idea would have been great, and you could have made a lot of money. But I'm just saying that, you know, it is risky, because where you need to put your stop loss means that you would get liquidated. What I suggest, if you want to take this 10x trade, okay, forget all of that stuff that I just said about risk and about everything else for now. Now, what I suggest is trading a new 3-day candle, but you need to wait 1 day and 13 hours time, and then you will need to look for continuation. For example, just like this, when price dips down back into the previous candle, you can see right here, see price dipped down into 50% of the previous candle. That is your buy point. When this dips down into the previous candle, you look to buy there on a 10x, okay, and see if that can hold. Now here we have a similar situation. So for example, say if we close up here, if we close at the top there, you look and wait for a wick. Sorry, that didn't work. You need to wait for a wick down like this, and you buy down into this wick when the candle is red, about 50% of the way into this previous candle. That is how you would trade a 10x, or I'm not even saying a 10x, 5x to be safer, but it's your call on that.